Kia ora e te whānau. So, Christmas. I'm not a Christmas journal maker, but that's all right. What do you get the friend that already has one of your journals? Or what do you make the friend that already has one of your journals? You make an ephemera folder, real big one. So, she is about an A4. So, that's an A4 piece of paper there. It's only slightly smaller. And what I have done is I painted a picture on the back of a piece of wallpaper. It's actually Piha Beach in New Zealand, and that's quite a well-known rock called Lions Rock. And these are our flax plants that are very native and important to New Zealand, weaving to the Māori. A lot of protocol involved if you want to cut it, and so it's just an acrylic, and I painted pretty much the whole thing with a piece of cardboard. So it is a very abstract version of painting, but that version only takes maybe 2 hours, whereas if I was painting it photorealism, lot longer than that. And then I popped it onto a hard board. I use matte board for my covers, and glued it on using Mod Podge. And actually no, I did use my Helmer's glue, and then I Mod Podged over it just to give it a layer of protection. It's got book corners just to protect those edges. It's got 3 signatures. I did do a 7 stitch binding just to hold it in a bit more than a 3 because of the size of it. I don't even think that's the way you're meant to do a 7 stitch binding, but it worked, and it's nice and secure. So I don't know if you want me to pull out everything or not and show you what's in it, but we'll see how we go. So here I've just covered. So the whole thing I did with an old atlas, because she's not meant to be pretty, she's meant to be functional. It is for the person to use. I don't want her to just pop it on her shelf and for prettiness purposes. I want her to encourage her to use it and add to it. So that is just a little envelope that will have a note in there saying functional, not pretty. So I've just got a whole lot of 4 little pockets this size, and I've just got slides and New Zealand cigarette cards, and some old, same as this, old Rolodex cards, which are genuinely vintage. And they're just blank, so she can do what she wants with those. Over this page, just 2 pockets there with just a bit of elasticated lace, so that if you can still see what's in them, but if you're holding them in there, obviously they'll hold a bit more securely having that at the top. But I wanted to see them. I didn't want big deep pockets that you can see if they were just sitting like that, whereas if you can pop them under there. So that one's just got a couple of genuine old photos in there, and an old book page, and some label stickers. Over here you've just got 2 pockets there, so I might take some of this out. An old letter, an old threepence, a New Zealand postcard, some lovely old book pages, New Zealand, Weeds of New Zealand, and whoever commented, I promise, this tutorial is coming. These are just so that they can be moved around how she wants them, and these can actually just slide out of there, and you can either flip them and write something different on them, or you could replace that altogether. I've just started by adding what each page is, just so it's a little bit easier to find. This is an old bird watching vintage book, Birds of New Zealand. Got some old vintage ledger paper there. That's from a New Zealand wage book. So these are all New Zealand bits and pieces. piece of my hand-dyed paper, and now you can see you've got 1, 2, 3 pockets, and up there you've just got a little bit more ledger but on a different paper, one blank one as well, and see, lots of goodies, lots of goodies. I kind of try to give people presents that I know I would appreciate, and that's the old wage ledger as well, the original, and one more New Zealand postcard up there. Now I'm sorry, just pop me on 2 times. I've got to pop this stuff back in or I'm going to end up with a pile and go, now where on earth did I put that? Where did that come from? You know how it is, people. Even now, I'm not sure I'm putting it back where it was, but that's fine. Just, at least I've got it on the right page. I know it came from here to begin with. Right. And then over the page, you've got a nice blank one. So as she collects, she can make some pockets or little pockets, big pockets, whatever she needs to pop in there, and there's quite a few blank pages throughout this ephemera folder as well. If you watch my channel, you would have already seen me make this little guy with a little folder. If you are interested, there is a tutorial on that one, and that's just got a whole lot of little bits and pieces as well. A very antique old pretty flower folio there. And that's a paper stacker. So she's currently making a Art Deco journal, so I've just put a whole lot of Art Deco wallpapers in there, and the paper stacker tutorial is up as well. If you haven't seen that and you want to know how that's done, you can watch that. So like I said, quite a few blank pages so that she can do what she wants there. The paper stack without the belly band, and that's just so that you can use that and then you can pop something back in there, and it doesn't really matter what size it is, you would still be able to fit it using those little arrow tucks. Just a couple of little pockets. Oh, that was a 6pence, sorry, this is the 3pence. And some really old gorgeous Bell tea cards in there as well. So we're still on the New Zealand section at the moment. And a couple of birthday covers. So now we're up to postcards and gift cards. So you've just got 1, 2, 2 pockets there, and this one as well, and that's an old gift card. And I didn't realise these are all New Zealand painters, and if you have a look down there, these are painted with the mouth, so they're all painted by amputees or people that are missing limbs for the specific reason that they unfortunately do, and they're artists and they paint using their mouth instead. Cool, eh? Over here we've just got a little accordion pocket, and that's just stuffed full of beautiful old vintage gift cards, postcards. I believe one pocket are blank ones so that you can journal on them, and the other pocket has written on ones so that they're for ephemera. It's another one of those beautiful postcards. Bay of Islands. Amazing, amazing. In here, just a couple we used to get in our cereal boxes, little collector cards. So they must be about as old as me. More blank pages. Like I say, functional. Encouragement to be functional, not pretty. Just some music paper in there. I didn't include too much because most of us have music sheets. Another old collector card. Still sanitarium. Does it say the year? 1969. So definitely vintage. These are pretty pretties. Brown's tea. I do wish these had the year on them. That's the only thing. old library card, just some pretty paper, more collector cards, another one of those painted by mouth paintings, some little New Zealand, that's Kakabeak flower, and pocket in here, just some pretty stickers and a pretty botanical page from a very old children's encyclopedia. And over here I've got a genuine cabinet card there. It's quite a decent size, that one. You could include it in an A5 journal as a writing board, perhaps you could use the back of it. I love these papers. I got them from that auction that I mentioned in another video. I haven't done this. This is how they came. They're just beautiful little pages. So you've got a pocket up there, you've got a pocket at the bottom, and I mean quite a few of these I actually made the pockets to fit what was going in them. So that's just a page from a New Zealand Birds collector book where you could collect the cards. It's still on New Zealand at the moment. And in here, just take that out for now. I can never remember how I have done these. Does anybody else have that problem? Or is it just a left-handed thing? In here, which is quite cool, I managed to get quite a few of these old magazines just with lots of photos. Times gone by. So that one's 1960, beautiful old vintage magazine in there. Hawke's Bay Photo News it's called. I thought that was pretty cool, so I popped that in there as well. I can do that one later. That one I can't forget where it's going. Okay, and now a little extra. This is just a whole lot of old vintage cards that she can use, vintage and new pretty ones that she can decide what to do with. Another couple of cigarette cards up the top there. This one, another removable, this is all cotton rag paper. So some beautiful old folios of cotton rag that she can use. Haven't put anything in there yet. More blank pages. Paper stacker, and those are just antique book pages, so they are more than 100 years old, all of those ones. And then we've got stamps. So I purchased a whole heap of stamps and I'm still sorting through them. So that one there will all be butterflies. I tried to keep them in little packs. Those ones are all New Zealand stamps, but they're flowers. Those ones are all green, and then I colour coordinated some over the other side as well, so that if she's making a journal in a specific colour, she should have enough stamps to do it. And that one there has our kowhai flower on it, no longer in circulation. That is a 2-cent coin, that one. And that's it. So I don't know, would you like to receive a present like that? Is that something that you'd find helpful? Have I inspired you to maybe make one? She's not allowed to watch this video. She watches all my videos, and I said that the next one that comes out, you are not allowed to watch, because my goal was that I would send this, and once she received it, I would post the video. But if I do that, then I haven't given you guys the idea that you could make in time for Christmas, especially with the mail it is today. I mean, she might not get it till January because of the Christmas postal times. So yeah, Caroline, you better not be watching this. Nope. All right, well, let me know in the comments if that was helpful, if it's something that you might want to do, if you'd like to receive something like this, if it's something that you think she might appreciate. As always, I love hearing from you guys, and I will be back next time, probably with the other journal that I'm doing with the measuring rulers on the front, to do a flip through of that, and as promised, a tutorial for those. it's not hard. I mean, if you've seen my other hidden paperclip tutorial, it's just a matter of the process of doing each step so that you can put those little metal bits on without them being seen on the other side. And then if it's a pretty journal, obviously you could decorate there and decorate there as well. But this is not. This is so that she will use it. Okay, so I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Bye.